It just keeps getting better and better and better. And now this, the latest generation Royal Enfield Himalayan. Welcome to Express Drives. Now the model year 2021 Himalayan was launched rather recently at a price tag of Rs 2.01 lakh, which is about 10,000 more than what the previous generation retailed at. Now what do you get for this larger price tag? What you get, I think, is a better bike. Sure, mechanically the motorcycle is exactly the same, but Royal Enfield has made changes in terms of aesthetics and ergonomics as well. The motorcycle definitely looks better. Overall, it is quite the same thing as we have been seeing for its past generations as well. But then the subtle changes to the windscreen, the new paint scheme like this pine green and a new silver one, and the black has been updated as well. These subtle changes definitely make it look a lot more premium. What else though? Just the new paint scheme? Nope, the main highlight on the 2021 model year Himalayan is the addition of the tripper. The same tripper that we saw on the new Meteor 350, now the Himalayan has it, and now you get turn-by-turn navigation on the go. Now the system, I did try it out quite extensively and it's seamless. It's very easy to connect and very accurate as well. However, this one little niggle that I did find with it was, if you do switch off the ignition and turn it back on, say if you've stopped on a traffic signal, the system will not reconnect on its own and you've got to pull out your phone and connect it back again. Now the other motorcycle that I tried turn-by-turn navigation on was the X-Pulse, and that motorcycle has that system quite seamless. You switch off the ignition, turn it back on, and it reconnects on its own. So that would have been something nice if we could have that on the Himalayan. Other changes include the seat. The seat foam is new. It now has a higher density foam. It does feel so. It is a lot more comfortable. So that does add on to how comfortable the Himalayan is. Moreover, the metal rack up front has been tweaked, so taller riders will be happy. Well, I was perfectly happy with the previous generation as well because I'm just 5'5", but if you're 6, you'd be happier because it now accommodates taller riders a lot better than it did before. The luggage rack is now built sturdier. It does look sturdy. I haven't really tied a baby elephant at the back yet, but we'll figure that out later.
Mechanically, the 2021 Himalayan is identical to the previous generation. So it is the same 411cc single-cylinder engine that makes about 24 horsepower and 32 Nm of torque. The motorcycle still promises comfortable cruising speeds of about 90 to 100 km an hour, as even though it is a long-stroke engine architecture, Royal Enfield have managed to keep vibrations in check. It will deliver a top speed a bit more than 120 km an hour, however vibrations become noticeable beyond 6000 rpm. It is the mid-range of the rev band which is the strongest. The lower end, say at about 2000 rpm, does not get a lot of punch, which could be a bother to some of you, but then this is also the reason why the Himalayan is so accessible to even new riders.
Now, in its transition from BS4 to BS6, the Himalayan did have a very negligible amount of loss in power and torque, and it also gained some kilograms as well. But it does not really affect on the way it performs, and the engine is a lot more refined than it used to be, say on the BS3 or the BS4 versions that we tried out earlier. Now, a lot of people have asked us before if the Himalayan is something that you could ride every single day for commutes, for city riding. Now, to that I would say there isn't really a reason why you shouldn't. Although if your commute is long and there is a lot of traffic involved, well, the clutch lever, the pull on the clutch lever can be quite a workout for you. Another thing here is seat height, which is quite a concern for a lot of people. Now, it looks like it's a big bike and the dimensions, I'd say, are quite friendly. I'm 5'5", I don't really have my feet flat on the ground, but then how you interact with the motorcycle, it really isn't difficult handling it. You could just slip onto one side if you are shorter than 5'5", and it's very easy and simple to handle in city traffic as well.
It really is the ease and comfort it delivers for long distances, and especially if those distances include bad roads or even no roads. Sitting or standing on the foot pegs, the suspension is set up quite right on this bike, and there is plenty of travel in the suspension. Braking, however, feels a bit squidgy still, although the rear brake has been improved over the BS4 version. After a day long outing on and off the road, the Himalayan did develop a few noises that we've heard before on the previous version as well. But as someone who is not really a champion with off roading, all I have to say is that the Himalayan makes taking on off road very easy. With its low seat height, very accessible power, a chassis that makes handling it like you're riding a lighter motorcycle.
So the Himalayan is no longer under the rupees 2 lakh mark anymore. And the price tag is a lot of what makes this motorcycle such a sweet deal. But even so, it is still the second most affordable ADV on sale currently in India. The most affordable one being the Xpulse 200, which is a very capable off-roader. But what you get additionally with the Himalayan is great long distance comfort, and now also convenience, because now it has the tripper navigation. The Himalayan now is definitely looking more premium than it did before. It's more comfortable and it continues to deliver on its off-road prowess. There's ample power and torque, but it's a linear throttle. Even if you're new to motorcycles and new to off-road, you could very well begin with this one. The Himalayan truly continues to be a brilliant value for money proposition. Now, I am really looking forward to taking this one up to Leh again. Until that happens, thank you very much for watching. What makes this motorcycle such a sweet deal? But even I forgot what it was. Yaar. That didn't make sense, but just hold on. No, abhi cut. Abhi cut.